government. Why are we killing each other for the government money? Our ancestors are angry, they fought for this world. And we just wanna sell it for a Rolex, for the Birkin, for the grand, for the girls, for a stack, for the back, for the lifestyle, for the government. And they put us on a plane and put us on a train and send us off to fight each other. It's a big damn shame, yeah. And you do it again because you think that it's a game, and it's not a game, man. You're playing with your life.
Yes, guys, I just finished with the analysis and I've marked out the pairs that will be trading next week. I hope I make the best decision in selecting the good ones. So next week I'll be trading some of these pairs and I hope it goes well so I can come out of the drawdown and make profit. So I'm going to update you guys on Monday about the trade I'm holding on AUD CHF. So see you guys on Monday. What's up, guys? Today is actually Monday and it's already evening. I just had my haircut, so boy go look sharp. So basically I want to update you guys about the trade I held last week, the AUD CHF trade. I told you guys I wasn't expecting the trade to actually survive. Yes, the trade did not survive. At the opening of the new week candle, price, spread and slippage, so everything opened up and that trade ended in a loss. But that was not what I was expecting. I expected the trade to close at the predetermined stop, which is $41, which is about 0.5% of my equity or my account. But the trade actually closed at $71. That is plus $30 or more than what I initially raised, and it pained me a lot. But what should I do? I moved on, and after a while I saw another opportunity on GBP card and I took I didn't take it immediately. What I did is I had buy limit order placed on that particular trade, and after some time I saw that price did actually trigger the order, and right now price is moving pretty well. I hope it continues. I'm going to show you the trade actually on the charts. Let's go. So guys, this is the AUD card trade. You can see we had break of structure over here, a daily fair value gap. I knew that price is going to definitely come into this daily fair value gap, but I was willing to take the entry here because when price comes into this fair value gap, most often than not, it's not actually going to use the consequent encroachment. Price might as well just wick below it, and that is what I was expecting. You can see that we actually wicked below the fair value gap, but definitely price is going to close inside. But because we're going to wick through the fair value gap, my order will be triggered, and that is exactly what happened. You can see that we did actually come down to the 71% retracement level, trigger the order, and now price is moving quite well. My next concern is this 4-hour fair value gap above here is going to provide some kind of resistance from here. So but I hope it's not going to last longer, then price is going to continue moving up. That is what I'm expecting. But this is the trade that I'm holding on GBP card. So I've also updated my journal. You can see the ADCHF trade. You can see the trade. Let me open it so that you see. You can see the price went through the stop loss and stop everything out, but because of the spread and the slippage, I incurred more loss that I should have. But I'm still going to hold on to the GBP card. Maybe that will help me recover from this loss. So I'll update you guys about the GBP card trade later.
You say you're the chairman. Do you know what it takes to be the chairman? The leader of the people, the chairman. You can't just say you're the chairman. It takes a leader to be the chairman. Somebody who listens to the people. It takes a leader to be the chairman. Somebody who listens to the people. Somebody who listens to the people. Somebody who listens to the people. The chairman. Elders in the back now. 'Cause Boita Pele Basola. We don't put people on the chair and say it's a leader or president. A true leader listens to people and takes decisions. So when they get to a point of no return, it doesn't help to kill them, shoot them. No, it doesn't help. Just push them to the side, 'cause Boita.
Good morning, guys. Today is actually Saturday and the week has finally ended, and I want to update you guys about my trading for the whole week. So this week was supposed to be a very beautiful week, but I used my hand to spoil waiting I don't arrange. So this week I took about 2 trades, GBP card and USD CHF. The GBP card was a very beautiful trade, followed all the rules, but the USD CHF was where I made the biggest mistake. It's a trade I should not have taken. The trade did not fall under my rules. The trade was not well analyzed, but I just used a partial analysis to take that trade, and that trade did actually end in a loss. And this is what happened. I did analysis and I discovered that based on economic data and policy divergence, the USD was more hawkish while the Swiss franc was dovish. So I decided to look for an opportunity to long the USD CHF in mind that price is going to actually continue higher. But I did not know that on Friday USD is going to have their PPI, which is Producer Price Index. So I took the trade. The trade was moving well, plus the GBP card, they were all moving well. So on Friday USD released their data on PPI and it was lower than expected, so price did actually dropped. I lost all the profit I made on USD CHF, and price did actually go below my stop loss. I had to just close the trade because I didn't want to hold the trade while price continues to tank. So I closed the trade at about $65 and I left the GBP card to run. And the trade, the GBP card trade did actually close in profit on that Friday, about $129 thereabout. Yes. So if you subtract the $65 from the $129, I'll have about $65 or $70 in my account. But this week could have been better, but I spoiled everything. So I'm going to try my possible best to do better next week. These trades I took this week, I have already journaled them. So when I'm going to do my post-market analysis and review, I'm going to look at all those things to make sure I don't do the same mistakes again. I'm going to show you those trades in my laptop, and then I'm going to tell you the plans I have next week. So let's go. Okay guys, if you look at the screen right here, you will see this is the trade I took, and this is where I took the trade after this price closed above this black candle, which is very wrong. I'm not supposed to take this type of trade. It does not fall under my plans and rules. So this was a very big mistake from my end. So I'm not going to blame the market or anybody. What I was supposed to do is to wait for price to mitigate. Look at this range here. Price comes down to this 71% retracement level. I don't know if you can see it. There's a fair value gap there, which is a very fantastic price level that I should hunt for price setup, but I did actually waste the effort over here, and I blame myself. This was a very bad error from me. And this huge black candle is the aftermath or the reaction from the PPI, producer price index, that was released, and I did suffer this loss. So this was the trade. Then the GBP card trade. This is fantastic, good setup and good execution plus good delivery. This is just fantabulous. From Monday to Friday, I did close the trade in a very good profit. This was the initial target, but I did actually allow the trade to run higher. The reason is US released their PPI data. It was negative for US dollar, and it also affected the Canadian dollar because they are somehow correlated because of oil. And you can see this was the price run after the data was released. You can see I did actually allow the trade to run higher up to this level. At this point, I was running at about $150 to $160 in profit. Then after the GDP, you can see the GDP brought this black candle, a retracement into this fair value gap. But at this point, I already closed the trade around this level, and I bagged about $120 to $130 in profit because I didn't want price to actually drop lower than expected. So I had to close the trade. So these are the two trades I took this week, and I think next week I have to do better if I want to come out of drawdown. So I admit that I made mistake this week, which I should not make. If I want to be at the top, I shouldn't make this kind of mistakes. But I've been thinking about my account. I got this account in the month of August 2025. I passed the phase 1, passed the phase 2, and I got funded on the 23rd of November 2025. I didn't make any withdrawal until the month of January 2026. I made my first withdrawal. After then, I did actually encounter a very huge drawdown, about 6.something% in drawdown. And when I got the funded account, I said I was not going to risk the usual 1%, which I do risk on the evaluation phase. I said I was going to risk 0.5%, which is $40, because this is 8K gold funded accounts. I said I was going to risk about $40, which is 0.5%. When I encountered that massive drawdown, about 6%, just by risking 0.5%. What do you think will happen if I risk 1%? Multiply it by 2. That means I will be at about 12% drawdown. I thought about this and I discovered that if I did risk 1% on this account, the account would have been gone by now. I would have blown the account. So risking that 0.5% is actually a very good idea, because it helped me to minimize risk and make sure I have this account as long as possible. Now I have about $270 to come out of drawdown, which is about 3.4% thereabout, and my maximum drawdown now is at about $529, and I risk 0.5%, which is $40. Let me just say $50, because I want to make it very clear and simple. So with that $500 I have to bridge this account, if I risk $50 per trade, that means I have to lose 10 consecutive trades to actually blow the account. 10. Then in the actual sense, I'm actually risking $40, which means I even have about 14 consecutive trades to lose this account. I don't know if my math is correct, but let's leave it at that. 14 consecutive trades to lose this account, which I think it is not possible. There's no how we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades without having a winning trade, and each winning trade cancels about 3 losing trades. So you see that the approach and the risk management that I'm using is actually very, very good. All I need to do is make sure I stop these errors I do that lead to taking a trade that you shouldn't take, trade that does not fall in line with your risk management, with your trading plan, and etc. So if I can do that, plus this solid risk and risk management, let me say risk management, I will be doing better. So this is basically what I'm going to start working on from next week. So I'm going to look at my trading journal and reevaluate the process by which I trade and actually formulate a very solid plan that will allow me to mitigate unnecessary trades, mitigate FOMO, mitigate psychological stress, so that I can be miles ahead while trying to take a trade. So this is the plans I have for this account. So if you don't know the profile my trade, I use gold funded trader. If you look all over the internet, gold funded trader has been the best so far. People are actually cashing out, people are actually making use of this profile because they don't have any hidden rules. They pay out, that is legit, confirmed. I have a payout from them. Other traders have also gotten payout from them. So I think it's a very good profile. If you're a beginner, a pro trader, make sure you use gold funded trader. I will have a link in this video description. Please use gold funded trader if you want to have this guaranteed payout. I discovered that most people that watch my video are not actually subscribed. Please make sure you subscribe. Thank you very much. Please subscribe guys. Let the channel grow. Smash the subscription button and hit the bell notification button so that you get notified whenever I drop a video. Don't forget to like and comment so that I will see your opinion and we can connect better. So guys, this is all for this video. I'm going to catch you guys next week. I wish you happy trading, good trading, profit next week. See you guys later. Bye.
True leader listens to people and takes decisions.